Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm Taylor Cat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Find Love or Die Trying. Previously, we were so close. We were escaping. We're on the boat. Everything was fine. And then Damien appeared with a giant shield of doom. Now we're in a stadium with Cat. She told us that we used to be producer and how we fell for her and all that. And you're given the choice after finding the magical switch that takes down the barrier of we can kill Cat, or we can give the gun to Cat and trust that she doesn't shoot us in the head. And that's a hard one. Because I feel like if we kill her, we probably won't get a good ending. Because at this point, we're betraying Cat. And then the girls are going to know that. And now we're the assholes. But if we give the gun to Cat, she might kill me. Oh. I'll trust her. I'll trust Cat. Because she made a very reasonable. If I can't shoot to save my life, then maybe she can't. There's a feeling if I try to shoot her, I'll probably miss anyways. I trust you, Cat. I held out the gun to her. You do? After everything I've done. After everything you've done, yes, I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. But I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thank you, Matilda. She took the gun from my hand. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around for longer enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. I suppose this is good because she would have just shot me instantly if I gave her the gun and she was planning on shooting me, so that's good. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hid it with this same poker face she'd always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like I've been looking for him for hours with the pressure, though I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun whenever she looked her trigger finger. Okay, let's reread that. She trained her gun wherever she looked. Her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around, then looked to her and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We've only got one shot to make or break it. Look back at Kat. She's checking corners. She's checking a corner ahead for us. She looks left, she looks right. It takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying. Not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no. Damien walked closer and closer from behind her, with his gun resting on her shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun off from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run. Something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship, wouldn't start. That's it then. I never heard Cat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's nothing we can do, Matilda. The engine's broken, and the guards will be here any minute. We got at least something. We at least have some weapons. It's not over. I grabbed the precious few firearms we had and split them between us. There's two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head on would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Matilda. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either. But us both dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You'll have to find that out yourself. They're almost here. Come on. We're running out of time. Her hands were shaky. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know? I know, and I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained her gun sights directly on me, at me. And now, we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you, even without them. Right back at you, Cat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Matilda. I love you too. Sorry, but this is gonna be the face. Did she say she was gonna shoot me in the face? Sorry, but it's gonna be the face? Why? But she didn't shoot me in the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I could hear the guards coming now. We've only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't owe you $10. Or a bet. She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I could see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say? You did it. I'm alive? Everything hurts so bad. I almost wished I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly. Too fast to tell if I'd been fatally shot. It was all I could do to try to stay conscious. It's as you said, Father. Anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. You've made your old man very, very proud. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left. You know, Matilda, you're in luck. See the whole escaping thing? I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck. A new opportunity has just opened up, and I think... He kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my words, you both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about Matilda anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never did like Matilda much anyway. I don't like you. Mister, I constantly look like I have a glass of wine in my hand. My vision is fading. His words turned to vapor, as I could feel myself crumble into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have, always will. I'm so sorry for what I've forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality. I've almost reached Cat. I push myself to run faster and faster, faster than I've ever run in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien's pointing his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Cat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the roll turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Cat? Well, honestly, he said if I didn't kill her, and she didn't kill me, he was going to kill both of us, so... And if you save her, at least there's a chance she'll shoot him. These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can say if I'm the same person as before, who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Cat and throw myself in front of her because I love her. A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning instead of flame. He fires again and again. Undescribable pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops, and my vision starts to fade. It hasn't already faded because all I see is pitch black, but sure. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Cat with her gun aimed on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lip so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down the trigger. Damien fires back. Did we both die? Okay, maybe not. Wake up, Matilda. Please, please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? Never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up. I can't lose you again, not again. It took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Cat was cradling me in her arms, with tears streaming down her face. Thank God. Don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Cat. I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now. But you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot. Where? Where? Where has she been shot? Nowhere. She laughed. Yeah. Now that I know what it feels like, I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else you could have done, Cat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of these past 2 years. That day, I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt, or how much I'd have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fail, even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Cat tries to lift me off the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop. You're going to get yourself killed. Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back and took a step back towards the switch. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again. Her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. And another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She'd taken several steps, then have to pause for a breath. I thought I was going to say break. Honestly, I'm glad you even remembered bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. This switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We're so close to it yet so far. But I'd like to believe it's still you, Matilda. That you're still the same Matilda that I fell in love with. You are just steps away from the switch. That I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it. You just... She coughed up blood again. Need to put your hand on the scanner. can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Matilda. I'm going to have you put you down for a second. No problem. Cat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck. I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands, and she used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it, Matilda. I'm sorry, Matilda. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah. I love you, Matilda. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together. Somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place. A different time. Maybe, just maybe, then, Matilda, we... Cat? Cat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eye. If we could have met in a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Cat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked to Cat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. The world turned to black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. Well, I guess I'll end the episode here. I'm guessing the next episode is going to be much shorter than planned, because I don't know how long this ending is actually going to be, because it must be the ending, and I don't know if I screwed up or not, so I might have to start it over. No, we will see how this ends. See you next.